Hey guys, this is Jim Sherry with VoiceAtHome.com with your 180 to Great VO, 180 seconds or 3 minutes to better voiceover recordings, edits, and mixes. And today what I want to talk about is a 2-pop. Now a 2-pop is simply 2 frames of a 1 kilohertz tone that is placed 2 seconds before any audio on your spot begins. It's usually used in television production or video production, and it's a cue mechanism to tell an editor or a video editor or someone that the spot is beginning in 2 seconds, and it's used as a sync point as well to place audio to a video edit. I use it for all kinds of things, mostly when I'm doing more than one version or more than one spot. So if I'm doing anything that's more than one, where there's 2 spots or 2 versions or more than that, and let me show you why this is important. When we're editing in Pro Tools or most other digital audio workstations, we want to be in a shuffle mode, which is what Pro Tools calls it, so that when you make an edit, everything behind it moves back to where your edit point is. So if you're removing space or removing a mistake or a breath, everything lines up right where it should again. I'm working in my second spot here, and I'm hearing something that I think I'd like to put in the first spot. It's a short segment here.
It's the one sale you can't miss.
Now I want to take that and I want to put it in my first spot where the phrase is a little bit longer and I want to save some time. Here's what he says in the first spot.
It's the one sale you don't want to miss.
Okay, so I'm going to take this and paste it into the first spot. Now, if you notice it's a little bit shorter, that's the point. That's why I'm doing it. I want it to be shorter, but everything behind it has bumped down a little bit. And if I'm not careful, I could begin to start editing elsewhere and taking out space and breath. And I could get through 5 or 6 edits before I realize what's happening here. If we go back to the second spot, the voiceover has moved down with every single edit that I've made, and now it's falling before the beginning of the music. Now, if I simply undo all those edits and get the voiceover back where I want it here, and I take this 2-pop and bring it up and put it 2 seconds before the beginning of my spot and lock it. Okay, so now the 2-pop is locked. It's not going to move around. I can freely edit anything out of this first spot that I want. So even if I take a whole phrase or 2 out of it, nothing happens over here. This voiceover remains exactly where it was before, and it's not locked, so I can freely edit it as well. And I don't have to worry about things shifting all over the place and getting out of alignment. So let me show you how to generate a 2-pop, and we'll just go over the beginning of the session here. What you want to do is select 2 frames of space and go into your audio suite to Other and Signal Generator. Now most digital audio workstations are going to have a signal generator, and you want to select 1 kilohertz or 1000 hertz. If it's not already selected, just go ahead and type it in. And let me show you what this sounds like if I select a longer segment and press preview. Okay, that's a 1 kilohertz tone. So I just want 2 frames of that, so I'm going to select 2 frames and then click process, and it automatically records that 2 frames of signal, and there's my 2-pop. So if you put a 2-pop 2 seconds before every spot that you have in your session, it makes editing a lot easier. You don't have to think about locking and unlocking all your regions and files, and you can freely edit without having to worry about anything in your spots later on in the timeline being effective. Thanks a lot. This is Jim at VoiceAtHome.com. Thanks for watching. Talk to you next time.